Mic check, mic check. Come on in the building, everybody. Hope everybody's having a blessed day, blessed night. Peace, peace. In Jesus' name. Peace, peace. Peace, peace. Peace, peace. Say something. Say something to the people. What's going on, family? Mic check, 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 mic check. What's going on, family? I hope everybody's doing good out there, man. I just uploaded a video titled Don't Vote for Trump and the reason why. So I don't support neither puppet of the Illuminati or neither am I a part of either wing of the same bird. With that said, man, it's only right that I also do don't vote for Kamala, Kamala or Kamala, Kamala, however you want to say her name. I say Kamala, but either way, guys, I strongly predict that she's going to be in there, because that's who the Illuminati wants. Basically, it's the agenda, and they want to get rid of Trump. You know what I'm saying? So these are the two things I predict. But in this video, man, you guys got to check out my Trump. The reason why not to Trump, by the way, but the reason why not to vote for Kamala, we're going to be going over some things, guys. So without further ado, let me just start playing it. Your glasses are incredible, bro. Thank you, Crash Shim. How's my audio? Can you hear me pretty good on my mic? I just want to make sure my audio is good. But we're going to be, if my audio is good, put a 1 in the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Now, I have a cat. My cat right here is kind of bothering me, really annoying me, like, but like I'm trying to show you guys stuff, and he keeps on like pushing my arm, like wanting to be pet. You know how cats like they kind of like are like aggressive sometimes, and they like force you to pet them, and that's what he's constantly doing, is like trying to force me to pet him. And now is not the time because I'm making this Kamala, Kamala. Why not to vote for the Kamala? So let's get right to it, guys. It's always a distraction. I'm about to throw this cat outside of this car. This cat is really being a distraction. So just give me a minute, guys. I'm just want to put this cat outside, okay? We'll just put it on the roof of the car. I'm inside my car right now, and what I do, sometimes is I'll just put them through the window and put them on the roof. Sorry about the distractions, guys, but let's get right to it. You sound so tired, man. Yes, sir, I am pretty tired. Nice technique. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate the confirmation and everything, but let's get right to it, man. I hope the audio is good. I got my fan on, it's good for me to have ventilation. But just give me 1 second. We're gonna get right to it. So as you guys can see, man, this is a 5 minute clip. I already watched up to 2 minutes of it, but I want to start from the beginning and give my expert advice when it comes to who is supporting Kamala or Kamala. It's Beyonce. Why streaming while tired, bro? Because I gotta do my job. YouTube is my job, bro. And this is very important. Right before the election. So, an incredible shift, huh? Well, on what I know, Kamala is going to be the official first face of the official New World Order, bro. Like, we're literally shifting into like a literal New World Order, bro, where it's going to be digital currency, market of the beast. A lot of things are going to change. And so that's the shift that Beyonce is talking about. So as you can see, man, Beyonce, um, obviously supports Kamala. Beyonce is a witch, allegedly. Jay-Z, man, is obviously, a devil worshiper. you know, it's in his music and all that. And so they, Beyonce and Jay-Z are also friends with Barry Obama, right? So, if you see the whole thing, like I could see the whole thing, Barry Obama is the Antichrist and Kamala is basically Barry's way, like stepping stone to come back, in the time of war that's in the future for America, to take over and reign as Antichrist, and persecute Christians. And there's prophecy from there, biblical prophecy from there, But Jay-Z, Beyonce, Obama, Kamala, even Trump behind the scenes, they're friends, but they gotta continue to perform the act and the show, while on the world stage. But yeah, man, they're all Satanists basically, bro. They all worship Lucifer, bro. You know what I mean? So there's no shock that Beyonce is gonna use her celebrity status, as an influencer. All her fans that she has and everything. And I think Eminem, there's also a clip, I believe. I'm going to look that up too. But I think Eminem also is doing the same thing, using his celebrity and his fan base, to support Kamala as well. No, it wasn't Kamala. It was Eminem. Was actually with Obama. I think Obama right now is actually campaigning for Kamala. And Eminem There's a clip. I didn't look too much into it, but I gotta look into it probably on this stream of Eminem meeting up in person in public on camera at some type of a political rally campaign. I think it's probably a Kamala campaign. Um, so we're gonna look this and see what that's about too. But we know all of them are evil, bro. Including Eminem, of course. He's in a bathtub with blood. That's a satanic baptism. So yeah, man, it's crazy. But let me see what you guys are saying real quick. All right, I'm all caught up with the comments. So appreciate you guys tuning in to learn and see what's really going on, and why not to vote at all. Don't vote for Kamala. Don't vote for Trump. Both of these guys are evil. And voting is an illusion. Your vote don't matter. Your vote don't count anyway. So you know what I mean. So.
I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. A mother who cares deeply
So.
for my children and all of our children.
So even though when Beyonce first appeared on stage, she was soaking in all the glory from her celebrity, but then she tried to act humble and say, "I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm just here as a mother." Control our bodies. We're not divided. That's deception, because that's deception. But before that, she said a world where we can, and of course she's talking about the new world order that's to come, like I said. But she said in a world where women can control their body. In other words, she's talking definitely about abortion. That's what she's exactly talking about right there, where she said a world where women can control their bodies. Well, you can control not having the abortion in the first place by not allowing a man to put his seed in you and for that seed to grow. But you want to kill that seed while it's growing already, and that's murder.
Our past, our present, our future merge to meet us here. Imagine our daughters growing up seeing what's possible with no ceilings, no limitations. Imagine our grandmothers. Imagine what they feel right now. Those who have lived to see this historic day. Even those who are no longer physically with us. Imagine all of their sacrifice. The sacrifices made so we can witness the strength of a woman.
See, guys, I told you there's this shift going on. It's all about women's power. She just said woman's strength, right? So, like I said in a previous video, guys, I think it was a previous Kamala Harris, reviewing Kamala Harris or something like that video. What's taking place is a shift, like she also said, but they want to go totally opposite in all ways of what the creator, had imagined and created, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why she's talking about woman's power. Like, women are going to be in total control if they're not already, you know what I mean? Nowadays, women literally walk men with a dog leash. You know what I mean? Men just follow women wherever they go, and they're really thirsty. They drool and everything.
Imagining what leadership
See, it's just more
Your
brainwashing.
freedom is your God-given right, your human right.
God-given right. But does Beyonce ever talk about the Bible or anything like that? You got whenever they talk about God, you got to understand what God they're talking about. They're talking about the lowercase G God, that's Satan.
Everybody,
So, as a lukewarm Christian who don't even read the Bible, a lot of you guys out there, you'll be easily manipulated and deceived just by somebody saying and talking about God. But you don't question, are they talking about the lowercase G God, Satan, that Jesus told us about in the Bible?
say Texas. Texas plays a pivotal role to change the course of our future. Texans and Houstonians from Third Ward, River Oaks, Sugarland, Pittsburgh, Haley, Memorial, Southwest Side, North Side, all the way down to Coast City. We all have a role to play to make this a reality. We're all part of something much bigger.
The nightmare is a reality.
And we need you. It's time to sing a new song.
A new song, a new world order.
A song that began 248 years ago. The old notes of downfall, discord, despair no longer resonate. Our generations of loved ones before us are whispering a prophecy, a quest, a calling, an anthem. Our moment right now.
You heard what she just said? She said that our ancestors are whispering a prophecy. That's basically necromancy, speaking to the dead.
For America to sing a new song. Our voices sing a chorus of unity. They sing a song of dignity and opportunity. Are y'all ready to add your voice to the new American song?
See right there? She said it. She said new American song. So, replace the word song with order, and there you go. The new American order or the new world order really is what they're talking about. But people at this point in time are pretty familiar with the new world order and stuff. That so much so that they have to go, to lengths to censor certain things and to put debunk things under people's video who talk about it and stuff like that. So they just switch up certain words and they'll say like a new American song instead of a new world order, because you could say America because pretty much the whole world follows America at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like the American dream, like everybody wants to come to America. And for anybody who's not in America, if you guys are watching from a different country, bro, I'll just let you know, bro, it's not really what it's all, spoken of to be. You know what I'm saying?
So let's do this.
You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big loud.
It's really deception, but it's just a lot of poverty and everything in this country. It's really not good.
Texas, welcome to the next president of the United States.
With that said, like, I feel blessed and fortunate to, like, because I do believe, like, in this country we have the most freedom, but at the same time, bro, I mean, it's just really evil and everything, you know what I mean? And it's not all cracked up what they say and everything like that. I haven't heard Beyonce music in so long, but that sounds like her voice in the song, and it's crazy, because she is supporting Kamala. It's not shocking because they're both evil, devil worshippers, uh, baby murderers. Uh, giving sacrifice to Moloch and stuff like that. But I mean, she's using her celebrity status to influence, even you know, pretty much made a song for Kamala to come out to on stage. That's crazy, right? Like, I mean, listen to the songs talking about breaking chains and stuff like that. Like, and that's what the devil does. Like, he'll twist scripture and use it for himself. This is crazy. It's just
Have you
crazy.
taken Suboxone film and experienced dental
It's
issues?
just crazy, guys. Beyonce says she's not coming as a celebrity. She's only coming as a mother. But then she's accepting all the glory from everybody in the crowd and everything. Um, I'm gonna look up that video that I was talking about with Obama and Eminem, and because I'm pretty sure that they're campaigning, for Kamala and Barry Obama and Eminem basically are, yeah, supporting Kamala. Eminem introduces Barack Obama at Kamala Harris rally in Detroit 12 days ago. It's crazy, and then Obama starts, the Antichrist Obama starts reciting lyrics from Eminem's song, Lose Yourself. And in that song, Lose Yourself, that's crazy, bro, because I'm just remembering now the lyrics. Eminem, in the song Lose Yourself, that Barry Obama recites the lyrics to, that I'm about to show you guys. In the lyrics, Eminem says, make me king of the new world order, basically, is what Eminem says in that song. And I'm gonna show you guys that too. But yeah, it's crazy.
Detroit.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is Eminem supporting Kamala. Absolutely crazy, guys.
For a couple of important reasons. As most of you know,
I told you guys,
the
man.
city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan.
It's the New World Order. Make me king of the New World Order. That's what Eminem said in his song. The same song that Obama is going to be rapping the lyrics to. So basically, Eminem wrote that song for Obama. That's Obama's song. You know what I mean? And
People will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President
trying
Harris
to pause it for a
supports
minute.
a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld. And here to tell you much more about that,
See,
President Barack Obama.
so guys, man, Kamala is using, all these celebrities and everything. And what I'm saying is that song Lose Yourself by Eminem wrote that for Obama himself. That's Obama's song, because basically, Obama, bro, is the Antichrist. If you don't know, right? For all the new people tuning in, right? But you know, Barry Obama is Satan in the flesh. Okay, so basically, that being Obama's song, "Lose Yourself," he's telling everybody to lose yourself. Basically, lose your soul and go to hell, right? You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, in the song that Eminem wrote for Obama, that's Obama's song. It talks about make me king of the new world order. And that's exactly what the Antichrist is going to be, king of the new world order.
You know, I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. Now notice, my palms are sweating, knees weak, arms are heavy, climbing on my sweat already, arms spaghetti. I'm nervous, but all of a sudden, in the cold, blooded, crap bombs, but I keep on forgetting. I thought Eminem was going to be performing. I was going to jump out. Oh, love me some Eminem.
That's crazy, man. So you saw how you guys saw how that's Obama's song, right? How he was reciting the lyrics. Now I'm gonna show you the part of that song where Eminem says, "Make me king of the new world order," right? So that's what the Antichrist is, king of the new world order, man. So um, I'm looking up the lyrics right now so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so um, look, I, I, I'm thinking about just saying the whole thing, right? But let me just go and try to find. Here it is, right here. It's in verse 2. As we move toward a new world order, a norm life is boring. A superstar is close to mortem. It only grows hard. Homie grows hotter. He blows. It's all over. These hoes, it's all on him. Coast to coast shows. He's known as the Globe Trotter. Lonely roads, God only knows. He's grown far from home. He's no father. So, right here, guys. Let me see if I can highlight it. All right, I'm just going to show you guys. Hopefully, you can see it. But you guys know the part of the song where Eminem says, "Make me king as we move toward a new world order." Yeah, verse 2. I'm just going to pretty much say the whole verse. His soul's escaping through this hole that escaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is born. So you guys know the rest, right? But basically, like I said, man, this is Obama's song as Antichrist, and this has a lot to do with Kamala because Kamala is a stepping stone, and that's why I'm talking about this on Kamala's video. She's a stepping stone for Barry Antichrist Barack to come back. And like I showed you guys, man, Eminem and Barry met. Uh, Barry recited these "Lose Yourself" lyrics. You know what I mean? Barry recited verse one. Uh, Verse one says, "His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keep on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how everybody's joking now. The clock's out, time's up, over, blah. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rap. He choked, he's so mad, but he won't give up that easy. No, he won't have it. He knows his whole back. These ropes, it won't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to his mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again. Yo, this whole rap city better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass him. You better lose yourself in music. The moment you own, you better never let it go. So yeah, that's what Barry came out reciting those lyrics to verse one. Okay, this is Barry Obama's song that Eminem wrote for him. You know what I'm saying? And then verse two talks about make me king of the new world order. The king of the new world order is going to be the Antichrist. Obama is the Antichrist. So hopefully you guys get what I'm saying, man. But let's continue to go over Kamala Harris and see what else we could find on why not to vote for her. We already know, man, because of, you know, she believes in murdering babies and sacrifice to Moloch. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Beyonce support her. You know, you gotta understand, man. All these celebrities, bro, including politicians, bro, they all went to the Diddy parties, bro. They're all together, including Trump. Trump and Obama are friends behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second, guys, so I can switch my headlamp. So I got 2 rechargeable headlamps. Okay, guys. I'm switching them out right now because after a while the other one starts to go dim. You know what I mean? So thank you for bearing with me right there, guys. But what I'm saying, guys, basically is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all friends, man. They all go to like the Diddy parties. They're all basically Satanists, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, bro. And it's just all a big show, okay? Like I said, including Trump. Trump is one of them too. Trump is evil too. You get what I'm saying? I hope my mic is still on. Okay. But basically, Trump's part of the show is over. You know what I mean? It's time for them to get rid of Trump. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to unalive Trump some point in time. Kamala's going to be president. This is my prediction. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then when stuff start happening with Russia and China, bro, and like they start sending missiles or whatever the case be, man, you know, that's when Obama's going to take over and try to pretend like he's declaring peace, but it's really going to be like deception. And I mean, it's just going to be a whole bunch of different stuff. You know, I don't know exactly how it's going to all play out and everything, but a lot of things could happen in between and everything. But it's going to get bad, bro. It's basically just biblical prophecy from there where, you know, the Bible tells you exactly what's going to happen from there, you know, from the persecution of Christians, beheadings, you know, for those who don't take the mark of the beast and stuff like that, man. So the mark of the beast is going to be linked to digital currency, guys. Remember that, bro. Don't take the mark of the beast, bro. It's going to be the only way you're going to be able to use and pay for stuff and receive a check from your employment through a digital currency, and this mark of the beast microchip or digital tattoo or QR barcode or whatever it is, right? The mark of the beast, bro. You're gonna know it's the mark of the beast because this will be your only way, to buy or sell, receive your check from your job, your employment, and stuff like this, man. So, these are the times we're in, bro. Kamala's just a stepping stone. Obama's back up again, and with that said, bro, you can see how close we are to the end. And yeah, I know people have been saying, it's the end of the world for years and everything. So it's like the boy who cried wolf, and it's at the point where people don't even believe it anymore. But we're really at the end, because Obama's the Antichrist, and you know what I'm saying. The Bible, talks about the Antichrist, and the Antichrist is spoken of in the last book of the Bible, where it's just going to be crazy, bro. It's just going to be crazy. Um, See what you don't understand, Charles. See, Charles thinks he's so smart. Charles Winkinson, you said hopefully you can get some help, bro. That song was written long before Obama came along. So you're saying that song was written long before Obama came along? If I'm not mistaken, Obama was in office before Eminem made that song. But either way, bro, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, but you're saying I need help, but you're just not smart, bro. You don't understand what's really going on. You know what I mean? And because I already proved it, Eminem wrote that song for Obama. That's Obama's song. I proved it already. And if you don't understand that, then I can't really help you, bro. But I hope you get some help, bro. Because if you got Jesus, bro, he's gonna show you the truth. Whether you like it or not. You're probably an Obama supporter, Kamala supporter, or whatever. People hate the truth, and that's okay. That's okay, man. It is what it is because the Bible says that we will be hated for the truth. But in the end, man, the truth is going to prevail. Hallelujah. So yeah, man, Kamala is going to be up next. That's my prediction. She's going to, be in the office. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, basically, I don't know if I could find anything else, but for those of you who are new, just tuning in, man, check out my channel. I'm exposing a lot of politicians and stuff like that. So feel free to subscribe. In Jesus' name, Jesus Christ is the foundation of my channel. Make sure you double tap the screen. I would appreciate it to give the video a like, a thumbs up, to help support the work I do here on YouTube. But I'm going to continue to expose Kamala Harris. Let's see what else I could find. I also expose Trump, for those of you who are Trump supporters or Kamala supporters. I'm not biased. I don't support either one. On my page is also a Trump exposed video where you got to see it, man. You got to see it, man. It's crazy what Trump did. It's really crazy what Trump did. But let me see what else I could find on Kamala.
I understood this responsibility when we think about the story. As a young prophet, he watched as leaders abandoned the people. He saw them enrich themselves while
So basically, you just got to understand what she's doing here is all deception, all manipulation. It's all psychology and stuff like that.
He challenged those in power and confronted injustice. Jeremiah knew something profound. The Lord's plans for the people are made real through the people. Not through empty words, but through faithful action. Now, I grew up in a church that took that lesson to heart. As a little girl on Sundays, my sister Maya and I would go to 23rd Avenue Church.
This is crazy. Do you guys know how evil this woman is? You know, sacrificing babies to Moloch. And she's trying to use Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah in the Bible, and talk about Bible stuff. And you can hear the people in the background, and it's very similar to the atmosphere of a church. Like, she's basically preaching right now. You see what I'm saying? This is so evil, bro. So evil.
Those teachings are about a loving God, a faithful God, a God who asks us to speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, and defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Growing up in the church, I learned that faith is a verb. We show it in our action, in our deeds, in our service, and in hard times. When we may, yes, grow weary in doing good, but we must remember the plans the Lord has for us. And so today, as we look ahead to a moment that will define the...
See, she's trying to deceive all you lukewarm Christians out there, bro. All the Christians out there who proclaim to be Christian, but you don't even read the Bible. You don't even know the Bible, you know? So you're easily manipulated by an evil person, you know, who just starts talking about Bible stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Demons know the Bible. Jesus knows, Satan knows the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what demons and devils do, bro. They use scripture to deceive these lukewarm Christians, bro. That's why it's very important to read the Bible for yourself.
An opportunity, not just for some, but for all. A promise the Black church has understood and pursued for generations to help America live up to its extraordinary potential. So, church, we have 2 days. 2 days until we decide the fate of our nation.
This woman is really, really deceitful, bro. Like, she's like trying to get the black vote, so-called black vote, because I don't even think voting counts anyway. But like, she's pretending and deceiving, you know, and manipulating, and the people thinking that she's black when she's not even black. She's Indian. She's Indian, and she worships Hindu gods.
Arc of history toward justice.
So for any of you Christians out there, man, the Bible says don't worship any other gods before me. This woman worships Hindu gods.
About that generation, Bishop, they are quite impatient in the most wonderful way. As I travel our nation, I see neighbors helping neighbors who were perfect strangers before, but now neighbors recover and rebuild from disasters. I see voters standing together to defend freedom. And while we know there are those who seek to deepen divisions, sow hate, spread fear, and cause chaos, this moment in our nation has to be about so much more than partisan politics. It must be about the good work we can do together, about our fundamental values, and about us as Americans and as people of faith. Here in Michigan right now, each of us has an opportunity to make a difference. Because in this moment, we face a real question. What kind of country do we want to live in? What kind of country do we want for our children and our grandchildren? A country of chaos, fear, and hate? Or
So, right.
Justice and
right here, guys, you got to understand she's using manipulation because the questions that she's asking, everybody wants to live in a great country and everything like that. So these are manipulation type questions, and you got to realize that, when somebody's manipulating.
Let's answer them, not just with our words, but with our works. Not just with our faith, but with our feet as we walk to the polls. And let us use our power to advance the cause of freedom, opportunity.
You guys got to remember, in the spiritual war, the devil is always going to use scripture and pretend to be biblical and stuff like that. That's his number one weapon, of deceit, to use to twist scriptures uh, for the purpose of deception.
You will be tested. These days will demand everything we've got. But when I think about the days ahead and the God we serve, we were born for such a time as this. The road ahead won't be easy, but in times of uncertainty, we are reminded weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way. God bless Detroit, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you.
So that was her rally in Detroit.
To the bishops and members of the clergy, to all the
Um, it looks like, yeah, that was her rally in Detroit. You know, Eminem and Obama was in Detroit in support of Kamala. I told you guys, man, it's simple, bro. I mean, it's simple, bro. I've seen it, bro, from a mile away, bro. You know what I mean? I showed you guys, man, how Eminem's song, Eminem talks about uh, make me king of the new world order, and that's Obama's song. Obviously, that's why Obama came out reciting the lyrics. You see what I'm saying? And what I've been saying is Obama's going to take over for Kamala after Kamala gets in office. See what I'm saying? So crazy times, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's all biblical prophecy. Yeah, that's right. We're all peanuts to them, but basically, what we really are to them, like you said, we are peanuts to them, but they look at us like cattle. You know what I'm saying? Cattle that they want to lead to the slaughter. FEMA camps and concentration camps and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of my channel, Bourbon. Yeah, you guys could double tap the screen to like the video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm exposing Trump as well, and a lot of different other people, and I have wide variety of different content that I do. So feel free to check me out, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna see what else. We're gonna see what else I can find on Kamala. If you guys got any input or advice, feel free to write it in the chat. And if you want me to look into anything, feel free to let me know.
out of your busy lives. Thank you, everyone. So listen, 1 week from today, you will have
Just want to say that's an evil chant. They do that same evil chant at Obama's rallies and Trump's rallies as well,
the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family,
Manipulation.
and the future of this country we love.
It's all manipulation.
And it will
Lies.
probably be the most important vote you ever cast. And this election is more than just a choice between two parties and two different candidates. It is a choice about whether we have a country rooted in freedom for every American or ruled by chaos and division. Many of you watching have probably already cast your ballots. But I know many others are still considering who to vote for, or whether you'll vote at all. So tonight, I will speak to everyone about the choice and the stakes in this election. Look, we know who Donald Trump is. He is the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election. An election that he knew he lost. Americans died as a result of that attack. 140 law enforcement officers were injured because of that attack. And while Donald Trump sat in the White House watching as the violence unfolded on television, he was told by his staff that the mob wanted to kill his own vice president. And Donald Trump responded with 2 words: so what? America, that's who Donald Trump is. And that's who is asking you to give him another 4 years in the Oval Office. Not to focus on your problems, but to focus on his. And Donald Trump has told us his priorities for a second term. He has an enemies list of people he intends to prosecute. He says that one of his highest priorities is to set free the violent extremists who insulted those law enforcement officers on January 6th. Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him.
That law was already passed recently, I believe, that the military are allowed to use deadly force against Americans.
Calls, quote, the enemy from within. America, this is not a candidate for president who is thinking about how to make your life better. This is someone who is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and out for unchecked power. Donald Trump has spent a decade trying to keep the American people divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is. But America, I am here tonight to say that is not who we are. That is not who we are. That is not who we are. You see, what Donald Trump has never understood is that e pluribus unum, out of many, one, isn't just a phrase on a dollar bill. It is a living truth about the heart of our nation. Our democracy doesn't require us to agree on everything. In fact, we like good arguments from time to time. Just think of your own family, right? It's not the American way to not have disagreements. We don't shy away from robust debate. In fact, we like a good debate, don't we? We like a good debate. And the fact that someone disagrees with us does not make them the enemy within. They are family, neighbors, classmates, co-workers. They are fellow Americans.
And as Americans, we rise and fall together. America, for too long, we have been consumed with too much division, chaos, and mutual distrust.
It's all manipulation,
And
guys.
it would be easy then to
Don't
forget
fall for it.
the simple truth. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. It is time to stop pointing fingers. We have to stop pointing fingers and start locking arms. It is time to turn the page on the drama and the conflict, the fear and division. It is time for a new generation.
A
of
new
leaders
world
in
order.
America.
That's what she meant to say. That's what she means, new world order. It is time for a new world order.
I am ready to offer that leadership as the next president of the United States of America. Now look, let me say, I recognize this has not been a typical campaign. Even though I've had the honor of serving as your vice president for the last 4 years, I know that many of you are still getting to know who I am. Well, let me tell you, I am someone who has spent most of my career outside of Washington, D.C.
Someone who's
So
evil.
I know that not all the good ideas come from here. I am not afraid of tough fights against bad actors and powerful interests. Because for decades, as a prosecutor and a top law enforcement officer of our biggest state, I won fights against big banks.
She
that
put a
ripped
lot of
off
people in
homeowners,
jail.
against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students, against predators who abused women and children, and cartels that trafficked in guns, drugs, and human beings. And I did this work because for as long as I
Yeah,
can
she did a
remember,
lot of evil.
I have always had an instinct to protect. There's something about people being treated unfairly or overlooked that frankly just gets to me. I don't like it. It's what my mother instilled in me. A drive to hold accountable those who use their wealth or power to take advantage of other people.
That's what she's doing right now.
Drive
Taking
to
advantage.
protect hardworking
Manipulating.
Americans who aren't always seen or heard and deserve a voice. And I will tell you that is the kind of president I will be. And look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But here's what I promise you. I will always listen to you. Even if you don't vote for me. I will always tell you the truth.
Nope.
Even
Lying.
if it is difficult to hear.
She's a liar.
I will work every day to build consensus and reach compromise to get things done.
Get things done. Evil stuff.
If you give me the chance to fight on your behalf, there is nothing in the world
Nope.
that will stand in my way.
I got Jesus to fight on my behalf.
So look, in less than 90 days, either Donald Trump or I will be in the Oval Office. On day one, if elected, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. When elected, I will walk with a to-do list. Full of priorities of what I will get done for the American people. And I will work with everyone, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, to help Americans who are working hard and still struggling to get ahead. I have been honored to serve as Joe Biden's vice president,
But I will bring my own experiences and ideas to the Oval Office. My presidency will be different because the challenges we face are different. Our top priority as a nation 4 years ago was to end the pandemic and rescue the economy. Now, our biggest challenge is to lower costs that were rising even before the pandemic and that are still too high. I get it. I still remember our mother sitting at that yellow Formica table, late at night, cup of tea in hand, a pile of bills in front of her, trying to make it all work. And I've heard from so many of you who are facing even greater financial pressures. Donald Trump's answer to you is the same as it was the last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. And this time, he will pay for it with a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported. Think about it. Clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax that would cost the average family nearly $4,000 more a year. And on top of that, you will pay even more if Donald Trump finally gets his way and repeals the Affordable Care Act, which would throw millions of Americans off their health insurance and take us back to when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. Well, we are not going back. We are not going back because we also know Donald Trump would deliver tax cuts to his billionaire donors. I will deliver tax cuts to working people and the middle class. I will make sure you have a chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. Because I believe in honoring the dignity of work. I will enact the first ever federal ban on price gouging on groceries. Cap the price of insulin and limit out-of-pocket prescriptions to all Americans.
Sorry, guys.
To make sure that hardworking Americans can actually
Sorry,
afford a
guys.
place to live.
I was choking on my milk.
I'll never forget how our mother saved up and how excited she was when she could finally afford to buy our first home.
Gotta stay hydrated.
How excited she was. And I know that owning a home is not only a measure of
But yeah, this is a bunch of garbage, man.
it's
Just
about the pride of your hard work.
it's just a bunch of
And as
manipulation.
president, I will fight to help first-time home buyers with your down payment take on the companies that are jacking up
They
rent
put on a really good show.
millions of people's homes. For years,
It's
we've
all
heard
staged.
excuses of why America can't build enough housing, enough with the excuses. I'm going to cut the red tape.
What's
and
up?
work with the
What?
private
G,
sector
you said
and local
you'll
government
send video proof for what?
building.
Video proof for what, bro? I'll send video
And the
proof.
cost of housing isn't the only financial pressure on middle-class families.
That's the only
I've met
comment
so
that I
many
see.
young people who have a natural desire to parent their children well, but not always the resources to do it. So I'll fight for a child tax credit to save them some money, which will also lift American children out of poverty. I'll work to lower the cost of childcare, which is out of reach for too many working families today. And for too many people in the sandwich generation who are raising young children and taking care of a parent, juggling all of it is extremely difficult. You know, I took care of my mother when she got sick, cooking food that she had a taste for, finding clothes that would not irritate her skin.
Bunch of
And
garbage.
understand, as I do, that caregiving is about dignity.
People get all wrapped up and tied up into all this nonsense.
And currently, if you need home care and you don't have some money to hire someone, you and your family need to deplete your savings to qualify for help. That's just not right. So we're going to change the approach and allow Medicare to cover the cost of home care so seniors can get the help and care they need in their own homes. Now, Donald Trump has a different approach. He tried to cut Medicare and Social Security every year he was president. Look, I believe that when people have worked hard their entire life, they deserve to retire with the benefits they have earned. And I believe in the fundamental freedom of Americans to make decisions about their own bodies and not have tell them what to do.
She says she believes Americans should make their own decision about their own bodies and not have the government tell them what to do. She's talking about abortion, making it legal, to blood sacrifice babies to her Hindu gods.
I would fight to restore what Donald Trump and his hand-selected Supreme Court justices took away from the women of America.
So basically, guys, her Hindu gods are just like demon gods, and they basically demand a currency of blood. Blood is a spiritual currency.
Today, 1 in 3 women in America, think about it, 1 in 3 women in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. Many with no exceptions, even for rape and incest.
See, she's in support of killing babies.
The idea that a woman who survives a crime of a violation to her body
She wants to.
should not have the authority to make a decision about what happens to her body.
She wants to abort every woman's baby.
That is immoral, and Trump's not done. He would ban abortion nationwide, restrict access to birth control and put IVF treatments at risk, and force states to monitor women's pregnancy.
And that's the way the world is going. The world's so evil, bro, that Kamala is going to get in. That's my prediction. And she's going to make it completely legal as far as abortions, man. I mean, it's not going to be no limit to abortions. And, these women out here, what I'm saying? Like, and I do believe that the majority of the women out here are going to vote for her. But they're going to be just sacrificing their babies left and right, like all day long, bro. It's going to just... And God is not going to be happy with that, bro. Judgment is coming to this place, bro. My prediction is Kamala's going to get in, bro. And obviously, the blood sacrifice of babies in the womb is going to go up so much higher. And God is going to be furious, bro. God is going to bring judgment. Because the blood cries out from the ground, just like when Cain killed Abel. The innocent blood cries out, bro, and God is going to bring judgment to this country when this witch gets in that office.
Just Google Project 2025 and read the plans for yourself. And look, I think we all know one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to simply agree the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. Not the government. And when Congress Congress passes a bill to restore
Not the government, but God, the Bible. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not murder,"
reproductive freedom
and it even talks about how they offered up their children to demon gods in the Old Testament. It talks about that, so it's the same thing going on today. You know, it's just a lot of demonic activity. It's evil. It's witchcraft. It's satanic rituals and stuff like this, and that's really what it is, man. It's really a spiritual war, you know. But they have people to believe in these politics and, you know, all this nonsense and stuff. When really it's staged and it's all rigged. They put who they want in there anyway, you know. But they give you the illusion, the belief that you have freedom and the power to vote when you don't. But it's really a covert dictatorship. In other words, it's a dictatorship with the illusion of the freedom of voting, which is false.
nationwide as President of the United States. I will proudly.
But in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, you know, the Bible talks about how it's a spiritual war and we war against the evil ones in high places. It's talking about the government and politicians and stuff like that, because a lot of them are pedophiles and they do a lot of crazy stuff, including unaliving children, and it's just really sick stuff.
Sign it into law. And look, on another subject, politicians have got to stop treating immigration as an issue to scare up votes in an election. And instead, treat it as the serious challenge that it is that we must finally come together to solve. I will work with Democrats and Republicans to sign into law the border security bill that Donald Trump killed. When I was Attorney General of a border state, I saw the chaos and violence caused by transnational criminal organizations that I took on. And when I am president, we will quickly remove those who arrive here unlawfully, prosecute the cartels, and give Border Patrol the support they so desperately need.
Yeah, right. She won't do that. It's all lies.
At the same time, we must acknowledge we are a nation of immigrants. And I will work with Congress to pass immigration reform, including an earned path to citizenship for hardworking immigrants like farm workers and our dreamers.
It's all lies, man.
As Commander-in-Chief, I will make sure America
Commander-in-Chief.
has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has shown his contempt for our nation's heroes, calls them suckers and losers, called a four-star Marine general a, quote, lowlife. I will always honor, never denigrate, the service and sacrifice of our troops and their families, and fulfill our sacred obligation to care for them. I will strengthen, not surrender, America's global leadership. And I will stand with our friends because I know that our alliances keep American people safe and make America stronger and more secure. Look, world leaders think that Donald Trump is an easy mark, easy to manipulate with flattery or favor. And you can believe that autocrats like Putin and Kim Jong-un are rooting for him in this election. I
Kim
will
Jong-un.
always uphold our security, advance our national interest, and ensure that the United States of America remains, as we must forever be, a champion of liberty around the world. America, we know what Donald Trump has in mind. More chaos, more division, and policies that help those at the very top.
We know
and
what
hurt
you have in
everyone
mind
else.
too. More
I
evil,
offer a different path,
more aborting
and
babies.
I ask for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to make your life better. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. I pledge to listen to experts, to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make, and to people who disagree with me. Unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table. I pledge to you to approach my work with the joy and optimism that comes from making a difference in people's lives.
She's upside down.
And I pledge to be a president for all Americans.
Let's keep her upside down. Let's keep her upside down, guys.
Always put country above party and self. I love our country.
Somebody
with
yelled, "I
all
love
my
you."
heart.
People are so deceived.
In its promise, because I've lived it. I grew up as a child of the
All right,
civil
let's turn
rights
her back around.
My parents would take me to marches in a stroller, where crowds of people of all races, faiths, and walks of life came together to fight for the ideals of freedom and opportunity. I've lived the promise of America. I saw how hard our mother worked to give her daughters the same chances this country gave her. Growing up, I was blessed to have family by blood and family by love, who instilled in me the values of community, compassion, and faith that have always defined our nation at its best. I've lived the promise of America. I've spent my life fighting for the people who have been hurt and counted out, but
She's a
never
liar.
stopped believing that in our country,
All she does is
anything
lie.
possible. I've lived the promise of America.
Just like
And I
Obama,
see
all they do is lie.
The promise of America. in
Trump is a
all
liar,
of
too.
you. In all of you. I see it. I see it in the young people who are voting for the first time. Who are determined.
The young people who are deceived for the first time.
And to protect our planet and to shape the world they inherit. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom. And the men who support them.
This is crazy,
I
guys.
see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but have put the Constitution of the United States over party. I've seen it in Americans different in many respects, but united in our pursuit of freedom, our belief in fairness and decency, and our faith in a better future. America, I know the vast
America,
majority
you're
of us
deceived.
have so much more in common than what separates us. I know it. And that's why I'm
I
in
know
this
it.
race, to fight for the people, just like I always have.
fight against the people.
Nearly 250 years ago, America was born when we wrested freedom from a petty tyrant. Across the generations, Americans have preserved that freedom, expanded it, and in so doing, proved to the world that a government of, by, and for the people is strong and can endure. And those who came before us, the patriots at Normandy and Selma, Seneca Falls,
Bunch of
and
garbage.
Stonewall, on farmlands and factory floors, they did not struggle, sacrifice, and lay down their lives
Yeah,
only
but you
to see
commit
us
sacrifice to Moloch
cede our fundamental
and
freedoms.
Hindu gods.
They didn't do that only to
Crazy,
see us
bro.
submit to the will of another petty tyrant. These
She's a
United
tyrant,
States of
trust me.
America, we are not a vessel for the schemes
She's
of
gonna let
wannabe
Barry right on in,
dictators.
take over.
The United States of America is the
It's
greatest
over.
idea humanity ever devised.
That's the truth, guys.
A
You know,
nation big enough to encompass all
sorry to
power
say, but
dreams,
it's over.
strong enough to withstand any fracture or fissure between us, and fearless enough to imagine a future of possibilities. So America, let us reach for that future. Let us fight for this beautiful country we love. And in 7 days, we have the power. Each of you has the power to turn the page and start writing the next chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. I thank you all. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, if anybody has any comments or questions, I'll read them in the chat. Feel free to interact. Subscribe to my channel. I'm exposing Trump as well. You guys gotta check out this crazy Trump video I just uploaded right before this live stream. I'm not on either team, neither a Democrat or Republican. They're both evil, and it's all just a puppet show. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Antichrist Obama is rallying for Kamala as well. You know, 1 second.
Insurance.
Let me get past this ad.
We cover all kinds of small businesses.
So let's see what's going on here.
Your 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down that golden escalator 9 years ago.
This is the Antichrist, guys.
And we've seen it for over a decade now.
That's your Antichrist right there.
Late night tweets, all kinds.
I told you guys, man.
Weird tangents.
When he comes back as Antichrist, he's going to have a full gray head.
Attempts to sell you stuff.
A full gray head.
$100,000 watch. Even a Trump Bible. He wants you to buy the Word of God, Donald Trump edition.
I told you guys.
Right there next to Matthew and Luke.
It's always about the Bible.
Who says that?
It's a spiritual war. And the demons, they use the Bible to twist it, to manipulate.
is not thinking about you. His entire campaign, just like his entire presidency, has always been based.
See, they're all just playing their part, right?
about him, his status,
They got to get Trump out the way, bro. Even though Trump is evil, he's one of them,
his
but
grievances,
he's done with his
his
part.
insecurities.
Trump's part is done. He don't have another
Wants the
part.
middle class
You get what I'm saying?
to pay the
Uh,
price for another
Kamala's up next, man. You know what I'm
that
saying?
would mostly help him
So she could play her
and his
part.
buddies.
And then your Antichrist
He doesn't
Obama
care if he
right
costs
here is going to be back,
more women their reproductive freedom,
you know?
because apparently he doesn't think that it's going to affect him.
So
It won't make a difference in his life.
Basically-
But most of all, Donald Trump,
basically, they say, guys, basically when America's at war, bro, you know, whatever happens, whether it be China or Russia, you know, but during a war, you know, it's a fact that any type of presidential any type of presidential policy, rules, or laws or anything like that is waived. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they think on that aspect of it, you know, on the legal aspect, and they're like, well, how Obama's going to come back and do a third term? You know what I mean? But he's the Antichrist. So, like I said, in the time of war and stuff like that, all that type of stuff is waived, you know. But basically, you know, he's basically going to take over for Kamala in the time of war, you know, when war happens.
wants us to think that this country is hopelessly divided between us and them, between real Americans, quote unquote, who support him, of course, and outsiders. Who
Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel.
because he thinks
I'm
that
also exposing Trump.
having America divided,
We got a lot more
having people
content.
angry and resentful, will increase his chances.
Double tap the screen to like the video. I appreciate your support.
I'm here to tell you, Milwaukee, we do not need
I'm going to be covering
4 years
uh,
of Trump's
the
arrogance
campaign all the way up until the election,
and division.
election day. So,
America's better than that.
so you guys just stay tuned, bro. I'm going to come with a lot more content.
Ready for a new story, a better story. We are ready for a president, Kamala Harris.
I'm going to be covering this up until the election day. So you guys stay tuned, okay?
And the good news is Kamala Harris is ready for the job.
There is no good news when it comes to Obama or
This is a
Kamala.
leader
There
who
is no
has
good
spent
news.
her life fighting on behalf
It's all bad news, manipulation,
of people who need a champion.
you know?
Kamala was raised by a middle class family,
It's just sad, man, how
mostly by a single mom.
people are deceived, you know, how easily manipulated people are, man.
Say, make ends meet. When she was in college, she worked at McDonald's to help put herself through school. She didn't pretend to work at McDonald's when it was closed. Her mom was I guess 5 feet tall, a brown woman with an accent. You can imagine that she wasn't always given her due. But her mom taught Kamala and her sister not only stand up for herself, but
You guys got to remember, bro, when Barry was in
and that's
office,
exactly what Kamala has been doing
everything he
her
did,
entire career.
this is a very evil man right here.
And the prosecutor.
Yeah, she was a prosecutor.
Kamala stood up for children
She
who've been victims of sexual abuse.
she put a whole lot of people who were innocent behind bars.
She fought the big banks and for-profit colleges.
A lot of innocent people went to jail.
The people people that have been scammed. And after the mortgage crisis, Kamala pushed me and my administration hard to make sure that
Kamala.
got a fair settlement. So again and again, Kamala has fought for people who needed a voice, who needed a champion, and she delivered on their behalf. That's who Kamala is. And you may not agree with every decision she makes, but I can promise, if you elect her, she will see you.
She's already
she'll hear you,
selected.
and she will have your back every single day, and she will work hard on behalf of all Americans.
So I'm just starting to pay attention to the whole campaign and what's going on up until the election, guys. So I'm gonna be covering it, guys. But so far, what I've seen is Obama in support of Kamala, Beyonce, Eminem in support of Kamala. Yeah, pretty much all the celebrities pretty much are in support of Kamala. Pretty much the majority of women are automatically going to be in support of Kamala. Notice I said majority, not all, because some women are actually smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, man, Kamala's going to get in there. You know, I'm not a Kamala supporter or a Trump supporter, but I predict that Kamala will be president. She will be in there because that's who they want in there. And then this guy, the Antichrist, Barry, will be back. And it's all prophecy from there. You guys got to read the Bible and read the book of Revelation, and you could understand and know what's going to happen, you know, when this guy, Obama, comes back in his full capacity, reigning as the Antichrist. He's going to be persecuting and beheading Christians.
By the way, she'll have an outstanding partner in Governor Tim Walz. I love that dude. He's a veteran, he's a teacher, he's a coach, he was a great governor. Turns out he can even take a vintage truck apart and put it back together again. You think Donald Trump can do that? Do you think Donald Trump has ever changed the tire in his life? If he gets a flat tire, he calls his chauffeur, Jeeves. Jeeves, change that tire. I don't know if his chauffeur is actually named Jeeves, but I like to think it's Jeeves. The point is, if you elect Kamala and Tim, they know something about your life because it's been their life. They'll be focused not on their problems, they'll be focused on yours. And that's why, for so many of us, the choice in this election seems like it should be so clear. I mean, on the one hand, you've got a former president whose time in office was characterized by so much chaos and scandal that he was impeached not once, but twice. Twice. And on the other hand, you've got somebody who cares about working people and has served with distinction in every office that she has ever held. But here's the thing, Milwaukee. We live in a big country. Wisconsin's a big state. People have a lot of different points of view. There are voters out there who are just as passionate about Trump as we are about
Thank you guys for supporting my work.
And just like the last two elections, this one is going to be determined by
You can double tap the screen.
who are genuinely torn about who to vote for or are debating whether to vote at all.
To like the content.
Which is why, if y'all don't mind,
I got a lot more
I want to
content,
speak
so
directly to those maybe
feel
watching,
free to
maybe
subscribe. Check it out.
friends of yours,
I'm exposing
maybe a few
Trump
of you
as well.
who are still undecided.
And I'll be covering this up until election day. So
Those of you who see Donald Trump's flaws but don't feel like you know Kamala well enough. Or those of you who are concerned about democracy but are more concerned about making ends meet. For those of you who understand the difference between the two candidates but don't think this election will actually make a difference in your life. Now, when I talk to folks that are genuinely undecided, the first thing they'll say is that they want a president who will improve the economy. And that makes sense. Even though wages are steadily growing, unemployment is relatively low, inflation is finally slowing, but the price of everything from healthcare to housing to groceries is still too high. The question I ask them, the question I think we all have to ask ourselves is, who's really going to do something about it? Now,
not Kamala.
In talking to people, I've realized, so I want to address this. It turns out one of the reasons people think Donald Trump will improve the economy is because they watch The Apprentice. I'm serious. No. I'm not kidding. I'm not. I mean, I've heard this people say this. I happened to miss that show when it was running, but it was really popular. So I want everybody to be clear. That was not reality. That was a reality show.
Reality
the
show.
The truth is, Donald Trump was given $400 million by his daddy. That's how he got rich.
That's a lot of money.
Somehow his company still managed to declare bankruptcy 6 times. So let's put that aside for a second. When it comes to actual policy, Donald Trump has offered up 2 ideas. The first is, once again, he wants to give another massive tax cut to billionaires and big corporations.
Oh, now, give me 1 second, guys.
I hear that. They say to themselves, well, I remember.
Don't mind me, okay, guys?
Being pretty good when he first came in office.
Excuse me for just 1 second.
I had spent 8 years cleaning up the mess the Republicans left me.
So, guys, I got
auto plants all across.
Just in case you're wondering, I pour milk in my eyes or water to lubricate. I got dry eyes.
Midwest, including here in Wisconsin, flat on their backs, on the verge of bankruptcy.
And
we worked.
And
after 8 years.
And the blue light from the phone sometimes has an effect and dries out my eyes. So excuse me for that, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be covering this up until election day. Feel free to subscribe. Trying to get to play.
I then handed off over 75 straight months of job growth and low inflation to Donald Trump. And the only thing his time.
Yeah, these are blue light glasses, just in case you're wondering.
Tax cuts did back then would have helped folks that were already doing good and drive up the deficit in the meantime. Trump's other big idea is to slap a tariff on everything from food to TVs. Now, almost every economist who has looked at this idea says that won't lower prices.
All right, I'm tired of listening to this guy, man.
And when he's challenged.
Trust me, guys, we're going to be hearing enough of this guy once he's reigning as Antichrist. So that's enough of listening to Obama for right now. Okay, there's an Ellen interview with Kamala Harris. Let's see what's...
Our next guest made history when she was elected as California's first African-American senator. She's also the first Indian-American to ever...
She's not African-American. She's Indian.
...be elected to Senate, and there are many who would like to see her become the first female president of the United States. Please welcome Senator Kamala Harris.
you guys can see what's going on here. You hear the song? It's like a woman empowerment type of song. Uh, she's on the Ellen show, and this is going to be our first woman president. So it's a woman's world, guys. I love women. You know what I'm saying? But this is what's happening. The women are taking over. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the way Satan wants it. Satan wants women to rule and be in charge.
You danced. I love to dance.
You did it, really?
I
Do
love
you?
to dance.
Well,
I think we always have to find time to sing, to dance, to laugh,
to play. We get
to
so serious when we grow up.
We do. I mean, I told you, I just think that, in between whatever we need to do to shout or fight or march, let's also find time to sing or dance, hum, laugh.
Yep. That's
All
why
that.
people come here.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
You do that so well, Ellen. You do that so well, where you find always the joy and you make people remember the joy in between everything that we should also have in terms of eyes wide open about everything.
Yeah.
But some balance between realism, seeing it for what it is, and optimism.
Yeah. You gotta,
see you
I
for who
talked
you
to you.
are.
We ran into each other at a restaurant. We literally ran into. We were sitting in my chair. Our chairs were like up against each other, and that's when we met. And we talked for a while that day. And I said, "Please come on the show. I would love for
All right, let me just
you to
fast forward.
have this platform."
Kind of get to the point.
Then a highlight of the experience that I've had as a United States Senator, walking the halls of the United States Congress and seeing thousands of dreamers who have been traveling to our nation's capital by bus, by train, by car. God only knows how they're affording to get there. I am certain that they are sleeping 10 deep on someone's living room floor while they're there. And they are there every day, walking the halls, truly believing that if the members of the United States Congress see them and hear their stories, that we'll do the right thing. These kids believe in our democracy. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So we have to do right by it. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so know this right now. You're breathing wrong. 95% of you are. You train the muscle over and over again. It becomes more efficient.
Are you guys ready?
That's right.
Are you guys ready to have a first woman, evil woman that is, as president? If so, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2 in the chat. If you're a Trump supporter, put a 3 in the chat. While I look for some more evidence on Kamala and why she's evil and why you shouldn't vote for her, and why you shouldn't vote for Trump either, because they're both evil. It looks like Alicia Keys joins Michelle Obama in Pennsylvania rally in support for Kamala. So Obama supporting Kamala, and of course Michael is going to support Kamala. Michael. It's Michael, guys. It's not Michelle. Sorry.
Who's ready to vote on Tuesday? So I'm talking about, we bring all our friends, all our family.
Alicia Keys. They're getting all the celebrities.
I love you. I believe that our vote is a precious gift. It's a gift of love that we give to each other. But that gift wasn't just handed to us simply,
a woman's right to vote.
Suffragists organized for 70 years before the 19th Amendment was passed. By Congress, by the way, so we have to go up and down the ballot. And it didn't pass the first time. And it didn't pass the second time. It didn't even pass the third time. It took 4 tries to pass. And only about 2 votes. It's been opposing forces all the way, from abolition to suffrage to this very election. But it's the difference of a vote or 2 that can change a course of history. That's inspiring to me. Because sometimes we feel like, it doesn't mean something when it does. A vote or 2. And getting the right vote wasn't the end of it. It took until the 1970s for women to get equal access to higher education. To be able to open a credit card in our own name. To make sure we couldn't get fired just for being pregnant. And we have reproductive freedom, but not so much now.
Reproductive freedom.
And that's why we're
talking about abortion.
That's why we can't get comfortable, because they're already starting to take those rights away.
So Alicia Keys obviously supports unaliving unborn children. Remember, guys, she did that song with Jay-Z. I told you they're all together. Beyonce is supporting Kamala as well. And they're all friends. Obama and all of them are all friends. Eminem, all of them, they're all friends. Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Trump is friends with Obama behind the scenes as well, believe it or not. They're all friends, but they just put on this show and everything pretty much, And I think what they do, is pretty much they manifest satanic power, pretty much to cause the illusion to seem real to people.
It's been done already with Roe versus Wade. What makes us think that there isn't a leader in place? There couldn't be a leader in place from the other side that would say, forget equal pay. Forget equal pay. Women don't need it. Or we don't need to educate women anymore. They can just stay at home. They don't work anyway. Dystopian Netflix show that I'm talking about. This is like the platform the other side is running on. They want to turn back the clock, but let me ask you, are we going back?
Now they're doing the evil chant. They always do that evil chant.
They even are trying to take our right to vote. It's on the table. Last week, an ally of Kamala's opponent, because honestly his name doesn't deserve to be spoken about. One of these Project 2025 people put out a video, and you know what he said? He said, when we said we wanted male-only voting, we meant MALE. And he said the 19th might have to go. He said that. Then he said, oh, it's just a joke. It's not a joke. Because it ain't funny. And I have yet to laugh at any one of these things these jokers say. I see too many people trying to disenfranchise us, especially the votes of marginalized people. But you know what that tells me? That tells me that every vote does matter. And if they're still not sure,
See, it's the brainwashing.
your vote is equal to everyone else's. Your vote counts just as much as any of these other billionaires. In fact, it matters more.
Why do you think they're brainwashing us so much? They want you to believe it matters when it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Because you do matter. Your vote matters. Your voice matters. And if you don't use your
It's all lies.
your vote, the vote that our ancestors fought so hard for, they'll take that from
It's all lies, man.
Dismay, disinterest, or disinformation keep you away from the voting booth. You're giving your power away. And as Kamala says, your voice is your power. This Tuesday, I'll be using my voice and my power, like I said, to go up and down the ballot. Let's not forget that, on behalf of women everywhere. For those who are afraid to. On behalf of my bonus daughter, too young yet to vote, and on behalf of my sons as well, because I want them to grow up in a world where they can see that leadership has many faces. It's crazy that too many people think women can't lead just because they haven't seen enough of it. When our kids look around their classrooms at the pictures of presidents on the wall, every single one is a man. One black guy. No wonder it's hard for many to imagine a female president. They've never seen one. And if they can't see it, how can they believe it? If you don't vote for her, or you don't vote at all, you're voting for the chaos and the hate. You're voting for a cruel tomorrow for immigrants, people of color, women, girls, our children, and our planet. Let's give Kamala, that's right, we're not going back. Let's give Kamala the power to make the change we want to see. Especially by voting up and down the ballot so she can have the team and support that she needs to make
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm also covering Trump and Trump's campaign.
We want peace in our world and a healthy planet and a just society. And Kamala and Tim Walz assures me that this is what she believes and will work hard to
Feel free to subscribe. Double tap the screen in Jesus' name.
Use your voice, use your vote to make Kamala Harris our next president. Let's do it.
So I think Michael is coming up next. Michael is coming up next.
And now, I welcome
Michael.
Adam Moffett to the stage.
Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Let's fast forward a little bit.
It doesn't mean something when it's the
experiment that we call democracy. Can people
Yeah, that's Michael right there.
strongly disagree still find common ground? And through our nation's history, we haven't always been able to answer that question with a resounding yes. We have had our fair share of dark moments, some lasting for decades, stretches of time that have been hard and scary. But for anyone who's ever endeavored to build or
That's
do
Michael.
something hard or scary, erecting a skyscraper,
Look at the
scaling a
shoulders.
mountain, even a child building a sandcastle,
You guys see the
learn
shoulders?
very quickly that it's a lot easier to destroy
That's
than to
Michael.
build up. See, you can spend a lifetime carefully, painstakingly constructing something brick by brick.
You see the Adams
But
apple?
it takes only one big wave, one strong gust of wind, and all your efforts can be swept away in an instant. That's what's at stake in this election. In this country, real change, true progress is hard to achieve. And it does take generations. It has taken years and years of sweat and blood and focus and strategy to make incremental forward movement in this country. But the wrong outcome can throw so much of that progress away. That's true in politics and in life. But
See,
that's why we
Michael
lean on a higher power.
wants his husband
That's
to
why
get
we
back
lean
in
on each
office
other.
as Antichrist.
Because every day we work and we work and we work with the full knowledge that at any moment it could all vanish. See, destruction is swift and merciless. Maybe it's a hurricane that rips through the coastline. Maybe it's a virus that steals our loved ones and leaves us isolated and alone. Maybe it's technology that multiplies our rage.
Can't trust any of these
magnifies our
politicians.
differences. Or maybe it's a small man trying to make himself feel big by pouring gasoline on other people's genuine pain and anger and fear.
Make sure you guys vote for Jesus.
There are a lot of folks
Vote for
hurting out
Jesus.
there.
Get out there
A
and
lot
vote
of
for
folks
Jesus.
feeling invisible, ignored, and justifiably frustrated with what's happening in their lives or in the world around them. And so many of these political issues can feel irrelevant to your day-to-day existence, at least until they directly impact your life. When it's your family trying to keep up with the rising cost of groceries, when it's you who can't see a path to owning your own home,
All right, so
when it's your kids.
you know, this is just a whole bunch of manipulation, garbage, nonsense, you know, and I'm pretty much done with this live stream, bro. I already also exposed Trump on my channel. For those of you who are just tuning in new, feel free to subscribe, check out all the work I've done, content, exposed videos, and the list goes on. I also make music, so feel free to subscribe. Double tap the screen to like the video, and yeah, subscribe and stay tuned because I'll be covering this up until the election and covering a lot of other stuff as well. So, with that said, guys, you guys have a very blessed night. Peace in Jesus' name. Vote for Jesus.